But Donnie, guess what?
But
we recording right
Donnie.
now. See,
Why don't you call Donnie
speaker.
a butt?
It's the loudest show around. Sundown After Dark with your host Bryan Chamberlain, presented by Sundown Audio.
And I'm your host, Bryan Chamberlain, and I got all these fantastic gentlemen with me today.
Woo! Oh,
All
yeah.
right, so we got Dave Leib in the house this time around.
Hi.
Yeah.
Well, we had him for the first episode, too, sort of.
Kinda. No, that was when Andy was here. He kind of just rolled in.
Hit a cameo.
Yeah.
Cameo.
We just saw a shot of his
My pre-appearance.
bottom area. So, but anyway, it's been one of those days. Let's see if we get one of this guy open right here. Woo! Yeah. It's been one of those days. Actually,
One of those
It's been
days.
one of those years.
Yeah. And it's almost over, though.
Just breathe, Bryan, breathe. I don't know
Gotta
what time-
remember to breathe, Bryan.
But
You
don't
gotta
breathe in
remember
like
to
a
breathe.
creepy way into the microphone.
Oh, that's what we were all doing.
Only
Last week has felt like the entire year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been crazy. This time of year, around Christmas time, it gets pretty wild.
Pretty
We get-
hectic.
We got a lot of sales and shit.
we have only the
Go
finest
away.
beers at Bryan Chamberlain's podcast.
Speaking of this week, we actually got some really cool news for you guys. NSV4 motors, or parts for the motors, just came in.
Indeed.
And they're the new ones with the notches. Ooh,
Nachos?
nachos. Yeah, they're orange.
Yep.
Now, we
Nacho
got,
motors.
we got the new ones in. They're pretty much the same motor. They just got the notches in the pole, just like Jake was talking about on our first pilot that we did. And yeah, man, they're pretty cool. Let's show you guys some pictures of those real quick. Oop, wrong screen. Let's bring it over here.
So, yes, as Brian is
Ooh,
implying,
pretty.
we actually assemble the motors here in-house.
Yeah. So when we get these in, we're not going to go into too many details. We don't need to show you guys what's actually happening inside these bad boys. But here are the motors. And when they come, they don't come looking like this. So we have to put things inside of them.
Indubitably.
I'm going to go ahead and...
If you try to open it up, like confetti would shoot out. Rainbows.
Yeah.
I suggest never to open one of these up for anybody. You do not know what's going to happen when you open one of these up.
Possibly
I-
nacho crumbs if Brian was eating already.
Confetti, bro.
Oh, I totally killed that Doritos bag, by the way, that
Oh, you
Kyle
mean
left
your-
in here.
Oh, I thought you meant your foreplay bag.
That stays under the bed.
He calls that his fun bag.
Hey, we're showing the people pictures of the night shades. So here are those notches that Jake was talking about on our first pilot. And Jake, explain what these notches are for again.
All right, well, we have a lot of SPL guys and loud demo guys that are running like 6,000s and 7,500s per woofer, and especially in a small fourth order. So there's an enormous amount of pressure behind the dust cap. And so we're having some dust cap failures. Not a failure of the adhesive, mind you. The dust cap is still glued to the paper, but it's pulling the whole surface of the cone off in these particular instances. So we're trying to relieve just enough pressure to prevent that failure, but we want to keep as much pressure as possible for cooling.
See,
It's
speaker.
science.
I like
Science.
pressure.
Yep. And yeah, that's pretty much the only change we did. I mean, some people are going to notice the inside pole is not copper looking. So
It's just chrome now.
it's chrome.
The manufacturer is having some difficulty getting the copper to look good.
Yep. And we've done some little tweaks and tunes on our side of things just to make them a little easier to put together. Just,
Yep.
I mean, God, those guys in the build room are just rolling through.
Yeah,
building
they
those motors
assembled 50 motors today.
in one day when it used to take. We used to maybe do 15 in a day at the most.
Yeah. Some tweaks to the tolerances and things like that. So they
That's
go together
awesome.
like butter. Should reduce the lead time.
Hell yeah! So anybody that has been waiting for their NSV4 to get built, I know there's probably a good 30 or so. I think we need to get built that are
Something like
pre-ordered.
It was like 39.
They're going to be going out here in the next
Yeah.
week or so.
Sure, there's already 20 started getting assembled today.
Hell yeah.
Janet started on a big batch.
That's awesome. So we got those happening. Also, I wanted to talk about the SAE 3000.
Oh yeah.
So, if anybody watched the pilot, the second pilot when Andy was here, we were talking about stuff coming in and out of China and how we couldn't do certain things because of the tariffs, this, that, and the other. But Jake was able to pull some strings, and we are going to have the SAE 3000 coming in-house.
Yes.
When?
That would be in, if I'd estimate, it'd be towards the end of January, but it could be closer to the middle of January. Kind of up in there, depending on the container times.
So that means that sounds like they're already built.
Yes.
No
Is
shit.
that a new amp?
They're on the way. They're on the water.
Yeah, so we are switching from the SCV for just the 3000, switching from SCV to SAE model.
Correct.
Nice.
And it's actually a little bit more powerful than the SCV, and actually quite a bit less expensive.
Yeah. So more power, less money, same.
I don't even know what's going on. This is what happens when you're buried under subwoofers.
Yeah.
Yep. Dave's a build monkey. We just chain him to the table, and then at the end of the day, we unchain him, and he flies out the back door. And we don't know where he goes.
Or sometimes he comes to the show.
Yeah, that's true.
Like today.
He's secretly chained to the table underneath.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna stop recording for just a minute. I'm not gonna go to a commercial. I'm just gonna stop recording because I do not like how the video looks on both of your
I see.
cameras, and we're gonna fix that real quick. We'll be right back. All right, we're good. There's just a blur on Thomas's face, and he's just gonna have to deal with it. He doesn't even have a microphone anyway. Fuck it.
Looks so tired.
Yeah, we're recording now.
Cool. Hey,
Yay!
we're back.
Woo!
So anyway, we were talking about the SAE 3000,
My face.
and
It's a natural light.
damn, who? What the fuck?
Everyone turn off your ringer.
I'm not going to stop recording. I'm not going to stop recording.
I gotta take that from the old lady.
Nope.
Is this going to be recorded?
No, keep it going, man. This is great.
Son of a bitch.
So I actually, we were doing the container, the last container, and
SV4
Jimmy,
motors?
I think it might have been that one.
Those were rough.
No, it was the one before that. It was the container before that.
The one I didn't help with.
Yeah. And Jimmy came up to me, and he's like, "How long did it take you guys to practice that first pilot?" I'm like, "What do you mean, Jimmy?" And he's like, "Well, it's scripted. It's obviously scripted." And I'm like, "How in the world do you think that's scripted? Nothing. The second episode we talked about Down syndrome tigers.
yeah,
We didn't script that."
no. I mean, I had so
I don't even.
actually.
And he just looks at me. He just looks at me like, and then starts laughing as Jimmy laughs. For those of you that don't know, Jimmy laughs a very specific way. Dave, it like builds up.
So like, I'm gonna project my voice for this, so I guess the microphone. That's the same thing I've been telling people. I'm like, you can't script this shit.
Nah,
There is no script.
I got talking points. I'll put on my phone, and I'll forget to look at my phone.
And then the people that I've shown and I've shared the links to, they don't believe it.
yeah.
Well, if it was scripted, it'd be just bogus.
It'd
It'd
be-
be so boring.
Just imagine
Like
when I actually loosen up
but
and I'm actually
that's
good at
so
doing this.
funny that Jimmy came to you and said that.
Yeah.
Of all people,
Should
Of
we
all
get you
people, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Should
Yeah.
we get you a bag of Doritos?
Like,
so you can
guys,
loosen up?
we can't script it.
Every show,
this,
bag of
this
Doritos.
just this just is what it is.
Yeah.
We're just real people.
So this is how you know what's fucked up is I
Building
wish
subwoofers.
I
We're
almost,
always this way.
I almost wish you had a camera on us all the time to pick up all the crazy shit that
Oh,
we
I
talk
just
like
said
a
about.
that.
reality show.
If you guys could have seen the last 5 minutes of Brian's episode in the build room,
Oh, yeah.
trying
What
to get,
is it about?
trying
I'm
to get
sorry,
a pallet?
it's taking-
I was like,
what
dude,
is-
if you had a camera on you right now, this would be pure gold.
Or like
I
when
get
we're
flustered
out to
easily.
lunch. When we're out to lunch and we have these moments,
Yeah.
if there was just a camera in the car,
Oh yeah.
We could do it
Oh, yeah.
like
in everybody's car.
we could make a reality
Just
show.
in Debbie's car because Debbie usually is the one that drives us to lunch.
You know, you could turn this into like Brian's reality TV show. at Sundown.
Brian-
I ain't got that kind of money.
Brian tries to get us to save our excitement.
Yes.
For the show. Because earlier Thomas was blowing his lid over something.
Somebody-
Everything really.
No, the bathroom. No, Thomas.
The bathroom, like how
Thomas
awful the
thought that-
bathroom smelled.
Thomas thought that Hunter took a massive shit in the bathroom, but it was actually me.
We can't say the name, can we?
Yeah, fuck
Sure
it.
we can.
We're not talking bad. I'm talking bad about myself. I'm the one who made the stank.
Talking bad about your asshole.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. That office is it has a permanent stank, and it's often my fault. Brandon gets there and makes it pretty rough too.
Yeah.
I think we need to talk about possibly throw around the idea of Jake hiring like a full-time camera guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought you were
it
gonna
would
say
eventually
bathroom
pay
cleaner.
for itself, you know, with the YouTube views.
Should get a show like Duck Dynasty. That'd be fun.
Yeah, but then we'll have to stage drama.
Yeah.
Sub Dynasty.
It'd be like a fight.
Oh.
That show's basically the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
There's
You know,
a little
I was
bit
actually
there's a
watching-
little bit of drama once in a while, but it's kind of like
You
stupid
have
retarded.
no idea what I would do to like make a person with a camera get away from me. I would have like sexual harassment.
You know, they were saying that Phil, I think he was the older guy, the old the dad.
Yep.
They were saying that every time you would hear a beep when he's talking, he wasn't saying a bad word. He wasn't cussing. They just would
I
put a
believe
beep
that.
in there to make it more, I don't know, make it sound like he's cussing.
To
I did
sound
not
like
know
it's
that.
Can you do that when you edit, Brian? Like when I'm just
I
talking
can.
about stuff, can you just add beeps to
Yeah.
whatever I'm
I can just
saying
put
right now?
beep, beep. Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah. I can. I think I can. I'm pretty sure I have the
editing
equipment.
magic, Donnie.
Yeah, TV
That's pretty
is
cool.
fake as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Or maybe I said fruit. You'll never know because
That's why we need to. That's why we need to have a reality show. It'll be a Bryality.
Bryality.
Wow.
So the fucked up thing is, while we're doing this show, I'm up here, focused on the equipment and the cameras, this, that, and the other, and I'm not comfortable yet. I'm definitely not as funny as I know I am.
Brian,
That's
you're
true.
never comfortable.
But I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm
Especially
I'm
ever.
so tensed up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like today.
How'd you feel after that bowl of soup today?
I felt like shit.
You were not comfortable, I could tell.
I felt awesome after
So
my
I-
soup.
I'm not going to tell you the size pants that I'm wearing right now, but they're not. I'm going to have to do something.
I think you and Donnie need to have a
I finished my
contest.
whole thing.
Did you finish?
I finished the whole
Yeah.
thing. The only thing I
The
left.
biggest,
the only thing left
Sundown's
was
biggest loser. You and Donnie.
so. In January, we are at some point. We got to do like a competition.
You gotta get
between
Johnny
all,
in on it.
All the employees to lose some weight and put some money down, and whoever wins gets the pot.
We're all
I'm gonna
fat.
have to gain some weight to take part in that.
Don't let Hunter participate. He might die.
We're gonna hire Wilford Brimley, the diabetes
Hunter, we
guy.
can do a gain weight thing for him.
Yeah.
There you go.
That'd be awesome.
Is Wilford Brimley still alive?
Yeah, I met him.
Oh yeah.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
I have a sip of
Diabetes.
this beer.
Live stream maybe on Derek's channel, Sundown Audio Unofficial. Like a.
Turn that mic over there so we can hear what Thomas is saying.
Can we live stream maybe on Derek's channel, Sundown Audio Unofficial, like the faux challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Over
could
at,
talk to
Saigon?
Derek. So I don't know. I know it's not on their menu
Saigon
anymore.
has a challenge. Oh, they do. That's right.
Yeah.
Let's talk
and it's
about the
amazing.
faux challenge.
10 pounds of soup.
No.
By the way,
It's 10 pounds.
Counting the broth, it's 10 pounds.
before we go any further,
Dave,
I
you
want
can do it.
Before we go any further, I want to tell people to keep listening.
There's
because
secrets. We'll share.
That's
We don't wanna
after the
spoil it.
commercial break, I'm going to be
You got a shit.
doing some kind of a
Am I
giveaway.
allowed?
Nice.
Nobody gives a shit.
Giveaway. Brian's doing a giveaway.
Brian's doing.
I'm so focused on this.
Get Rustified.
I'm focused on this faux challenge.
No, I was telling people
Are you allowed to use the
stay
bathroom
tuned in.
between eating that bowl?
I don't
Because
know.
there's no way I
You,
could
you
sit
got
through
an
the whole
hour.
bowl.
Anyway, after the commercial, I'm going to talk about a giveaway that I'm going to be doing for the around Christmas time. So
Dead giveaway.
We'll talk more about that.
Get Rustified.
Anyway, the faux challenge, I did try it. Derek also tried it a couple years ago. God, I'm burping like crazy. A couple years ago, we tried the faux challenge, and we both failed miserably.
Miserably.
Talk about that faux challenge,
Did you
Jake.
even get halfway through?
No.
Brian made the height of the liquid in the bowl go down maybe 1 inch out of like 5 or 6 inches depth.
It's so gnarly.
It's ridiculous. It's a bowl. It's a army-sized bowl. Not
Yeah,
a family,
yeah.
an army-sized bowl.
Wow.
10 pounds of materials inside that bowl, they say.
Yeah.
I think that includes the liquid.
Right.
Yeah.
The cool thing is you don't have to finish the liquid.
Just the solids.
No, don't spoil it. No. That's a trick.
Well, there was, so after I failed miserably, there was an old man that was literally a couple seats down from us that did finish the bowl, and he told us how to do it after he saw me fail. So that was pretty.
I still don't think any of us could do it.
I don't know.
Maybe Dave.
I don't know.
I
the
really
trick.
don't think so.
I doubt
I
it.
don't know.
Even if you do the little trick that he stated how to do it, I don't see
I
that.
think my
Can
wife,
you
my wife would
say it
have a better
on the show?
shot.
I don't
would.
care.
So
She's got some weird. She doesn't ever feel full.
Mm.
She's got
the
some
most
weird
food I've ever
thing.
been able to eat was I had a 3-pound burger in Vegas at Heart Attack Grill.
That.
Remember,
I could do a 3
Yep.
pound burger.
keep
Four-
that mic closer to your face. When
It
you're
was,
talking. You can pull it towards you.
4 patties, 20 pieces of bacon, 8 pieces of cheese.
Where was it at?
Heart Attack Grill in Vegas. They have a scale, and I even weighed myself after to make sure it was 3 pounds, and it was.
Where'd you do it with?
Damn.
I was there with Taco, former summer intern Taco.
I'm pretty sure I could do that.
The rocket scientist.
Pretty
Oh yeah,
sure.
Taco. Yeah, Taco's a rocket scientist now. He was an intern here. That's where most rocket scientists typically start at Sundown Audio.
Yep. If you guys, if you guys actually look back on
Noted.
the videos here, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go to the old videos. Actually, I actually put them in a playlist now. All the old videos. It says
That's cool.
This says old
really
school
cool.
Sundown videos. Go in there. You can actually see Taco,
Those were just the perfect.
Taco and Paco working on their
Yeah,
truck.
man.
Yeah.
Those guys are all grown up now.
Yep. They got. Well, I don't think they have families yet. They're getting married.
Yeah,
and-
Taco's married. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good for them. Good guys. I
for
don't,
his
they're,
wife.
they're not still in
And,
college, right?
No. Taco got married. Paco is double the size that he used to be.
Really?
Oh.
He's been like hitting the gym.
Oh, that
Really?
kind of size,
Yeah.
not the other way. Okay.
Yeah, I saw
Not
him and I was
like
like,
our
"Who the hell
size.
is that?"
So is he like a double decker taco?
Yeah. He's when the first time he came to the shop, he was buying a ZV1 and he almost fell over picking it up. And now he can like pick up a ZV1 with his pinky probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember both of them as I unloaded a truck with them once.
Yep.
Good fellers.
When I began working for Sundown,
When I began working with Sundown, I actually briefly worked with the both of them.
Yeah.
So it was that long ago.
Look at that grip.
Mm.
Now cup it, Thomas, with the other hand.
Go away.
By the way, I do have a microphone now for
Yep.
that area, but apparently I didn't get all the proper equipment needed, so I failed. Anyway, so yeah, I've got another microphone, or I've got some equipment on the way to make that happen one of these days. So, yay! So
Good night, Bryan.
we'll have 5 total microphones.
Booyah.
So that way I don't have to do as much talking.
Nice.
And guys, by the way, you see this shirt that I'm wearing right here? If you're watching it on the tubes of you, we're going to have Kyle make some shirts
Yep.
and
Kyle.
sell them to
So
the
hot right
peoples.
now.
Yeah.
That sounds
So if anybody's
devious.
interested in a shirt,
I really
just
hope
give
he
us a
gets,
little bit of time. We'll make that happen.
I really hope he does the glow in the dark ones, like he said. That would have been really cool.
He probably will.
do
Yeah.
we need to do a free shirt giveaway?
Do you want-
When that happens, when we get some shirts, we'll do a giveaway.
A free shirt giveaway.
Mm.
Dude, just like
Look at how
why don't
you're
I get real close to
just
it?
all up on that microphone, Thomas. This is getting a
Thomas
little
is a
dark.
rock star. That's pretty typical for
Free
him.
shirt for like another week.
Uh-oh. Hopefully, they don't. Well, this will be posted after the fact.
Whatever.
Thomas is leaving his band.
Guess what he plays? Bass.
Peace.
Bass.
Peace.
It's just a coincidence.
Nah, it's fun though. You do a really good job, Thomas. A
Fuck you.
fantastic job. No, I really like your work. You know, fucking doing this stuff. You know, I love it.
I hate
At
it.
least you followed your dream. I kind of live vicariously through you because you we have similar dreams. You know, working in the music industry, and you actually followed yours, and I did not. I followed the
a
it's
nightmare.
time to be a father.
It's a nightmare.
But you work at Sundown Audio now, Brian, so it's even
Abandoned
better.
ship.
Yes, it was a long road to get here.
It's been Mayday for a very long time.
Yeah,
Unless you're Dead Mouse or Nickelback or Taylor Swift or some shit like
is
that.
Nickelback still a thing?
Yeah, they're still a thing.
But
And
even-
you want to talk about following the dreams? Like, those guys did it. So I don't know why anyone shits on them. If they called me up today,
Mm-hmm.
I'd
Bye-bye,
leave this
Sundown.
gig to do that. So Fuck you, Nickelback haters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to a commercial real quick.
Are you sick and tired of playing sloppy edits with squared off sine waves? Want a moment of clarity? Then sit back and relax and experience what it's like to get rustified. When it comes to transforming new hits and old classics into the best street bangers, ain't nobody got the sweet sounds of the 808s like Russ. With free go into the subsonic abyss. Rusticals has what you need. Sundown After Dark has teamed up to give you an exclusive offer to save big on his iconic sound. So pull out your mobiles and browse your way over to www.djrusticals.com and pick up your preloaded DJ Rusticals Fire Stick USB today. Go ahead and save 10%. Use promo code After Dark. That's www.djrusticals.com and use promo code After Dark at checkout.
Cool.
I said I
But-
clicked the button. I didn't click the button, folks. We just recorded a bunch of shit and we didn't record it.
It was awesome.
It was really. It was probably the best
we
content
had
we've ever
people
done.
juggling
Son of a bitch.
fire
Thomas is gone now. He
sticks.
just
Thomas
said-
is
he
gone.
just said,
Thomas,
fuck it.
Thomas actually exploded.
Yep. I was like, "Oh, we're not recording," and Thomas
punched Bryan
he
right
just
in the
said,
face.
Yeah.
Gone.
So let's recap what we talked about. We talked about people calling in. We would like more people to call in.
Yep. Well, I originally started off with talking about the giveaway.
Oh yes,
The giveaway
you
information.
gotta
is lost.
Here
explain
we
the
go.
giveaway again.
Let's explain it again.
Brian is giving away 2 refurbished SA12s to 2 lucky winners. And what do they have to do, Brian?
It's time to get rustified.
Yes. So, if you guys look on your screen for the people that are watching, there is a Sundown After Dark Facebook page, and I would love it if everybody liked that page. Now, here's the deal.
Smash that like button.
This video that you're watching right here, I would love it if you shared that video, the YouTube video. So I'm going to put a link on the Sundown After Dark Facebook page. All you have to do is like the page and share that link.
For the love of God, like it.
Yes. All the people that share that link, I can see your name. I'll put it in a randomizer, and you will receive an SA12 Dual 2. I'm going to pick 2 people. I have 2 subwoofers.
We won't really put in a randomizer. We'll pick the one with the most letters.
If we get a buttload of them, I'm going to have to just go. I'm just have my son pick a name. Here you go. So I don't want to type all them.
You got a video. I'm doing it, though.
Yeah. We do it live. But anyway, fuck. I'm so glad I actually looked because
We could have done the whole show.
yeah, this program that I'm using, there is a thing that says when you're recording or not, and I thought I clicked the record button. Fuck me.
User error.
It's time for a beer.
You want a beer?
I have a beer.
You want another one?
Not yet.
Okay.
I got to drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's natural light.
Yeah, it's super light.
All right.
Anyway, to get back to it, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and share this on our Facebook page. You got to like it and share it. Everybody that shares it, I see your name, and then I will pick a name from there.
Now, Brian, you forgot to reiterate. They must share it directly from your page.
Yes, directly from the Sundown After Dark Facebook page. You can't share another person's post. So that's how that works. And that will get some more views and this, that, and the other, and I will send you a subwoofer. All right, then... What the hell else were we talking about?
We're talking about the call that we got from our buddy Steve.
Oh,
Yeah. And I was talking about how he has a really cool Cadillac. And I watched the video of his cool Cadillac going to Slimology. And I think he had NSV3s in it, too.
Yeah, he's got NSV3s. I think he has multiple builds, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think he had 15s, and now he's going with 18s. And
He had 15s in the one I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that he had Cadillac grills? Would you say that his Cadillac was spilling any
I
oil?
would say on a scale of a russified scale, he was definitely like russified.
Super rustified.
I went to an Asian eye doctor, and he said he had cataracts, and I was like, if you're an eye doctor, you should get that taken care of.
Indubitably.
Then I realized he was saying Cadillacs.
Our very own Dave Leib here, guys. He's here all day.
Dave is the master of dad
Oh
jokes.
no, this could
Yeah.
be a brutal hour of me and Jake going back and forth.
Oh, we have to do that. We have to do a show of dad jokes and puns.
So, anyway, Steve Herman's the guy's name. Check him out on YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. He's got a really cool build. He actually loves our Nightshade version 3s. He had a really cool question, and a lot of people have asked this before about the Nightshade version 3s.
Indeed.
Remember, this is version 3 that we're talking about, the older model, not the new model, which is the version 4. Let's get to Mr. Steve's voicemail. Oh, I got to bring it over here. God damn it. Here we go. Boom. Boom.
Hey, this is Steve from Missouri. My question is, I heard there were variances in gaps and sleeves on the NSP3 between the two runs. Are there any complications mixing a motor from the first run with a motor from the second run ran in the same box or in a single chamber box versus a dual chamber? Just curious.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Steve's a cool guy, by the way.
All right.
I'm going to simplify his question for you, Mr. Jake. Okay.
Indeed.
So the first couple runs of the Nightshade version 3s, when they came out, we had different sleeve options. There was an inner and an outer sleeve, and depending on the sleeve you used, changed motor force, different aspects of the subwoofer.
Indeed.
We realized that there weren't enough people utilizing those particular options, so
Correct.
we said, screw it. It'll make it be a little cheaper for us. Just go ahead and make it like a normal subwoofer without sleeve options. Talk about that, Mr. Jake.
Right. So the original sleeve option, there was quite a few options. On the pole alone, there was 4 options. We had a 74 millimeter steel sleeve, 74.5 millimeter steel sleeve. Sorry, 74 and 75.5, and then a 74.5 and 75.5 aluminum sleeve. Very few people chose anything except the standard 74, so that ended up being the standard on the run that was standard. On the outside, we had 83, 84.25, 85.2, 86, 86.5. And we also had wide open, which was 92.5.
Fat coil.
Fat coil. Very few people got that. So what we ended up settling on was the 74, 85.2, which is coincidentally about the same gap as the EV5, used to that same 4-layer coil. So to answer your question, Steve, if your motor with the sleeves is configured with the standard gap sleeves, and your stock motor is a stock motor, there's no problem running them together.
That's
Right.
a lot of numbers.
I got a question. So from an office point of view, did dealers just order like a few of each of them? Like, is that how it worked?
The
Or
dealers
how
would just order subs, and they would just
based
ask
on
for,
what
they would,
customers
they would
were
just ask for
supposed to-
standard 99% of the time.
Almost.
So that's why it wasn't getting utilized.
First off, most of the people that did the weird stuff were competitors that were
Yes.
either on our team or they were with somebody else, and they kind of knew about them. There were maybe, I would say, 3 to 4% of the NSV3s built utilized those particular options.
Yeah, very few.
Away from the stock option. So if you are out there and you buy an NSV3 from somebody, chances are it's a stock model. Now, if you see some funny business going on, let us know. And
Yeah.
one way you can tell, well, one way we can tell, it's kind of hard for a standard person, is
Like me.
when you're looking at an NSV3 motor, and you below the spacer, if there is a not even a quarter-inch,
5 millimeters.
yeah, piece of metal right there between the motor and the spacer, then that you have a sleeved woofer, and the sleeve is probably stock, most likely. If you have one that looks like it should be the same height but it doesn't have a sleeve, it's going to be the newer style one that we did. I think it's the last 2 runs that we did.
It was actually the first run was all sleevable. Second run was half and half. Third run was all stock.
Right. So we did 3 runs.
Okay.
And the one without the sleeves was the newest style. Then we ditched that, went with the NSV4.
Correct.
Yeah. So anyway,
That was incredibly informative and boring.
yep. Oh, we gotta have a little bit of boring in here.
People ask for tech talk, we give it to them.
Yep. But anyway, Steve, there you go. Steve has asked that question multiple times, and there's your answer, Senor Steve. The reason why he asked is because he has a buttload of NSV3s.
Yeah.
And he was actually having a hard time finding ones that matched, because everybody has an NSV3, holds it.
Yes.
They don't get rid of it. We never get them in this building. Very seldom do we get them in this building for like a
Yeah.
upgrade or whatever you want to call it, or warranty.
All the nightshids are that way. Even V1s and V2s are typically tightly held.
Yeah, NS series in general, it's like they hold their weight in gold almost.
Yep.
People just want to
I
hold
had
on
a
to them.
boatload of the fat cap NSV3s.
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember
Dave
that.
actually did. He bought out like a batch of those from me.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Dave started out working with us. He would buy like motors and stuff to do refurbs. So I'm sure some people are aware.
Yep. Hey, Dave, let's segue into
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, good segue.
So Dave works for us now, and he's been working for us since what? June, July?
July.
Yep.
Came down from New Hampshire,
And originally from
Florida.
So DL Designs?
Yep.
Yep. And he still runs that while he works here as well. And
Yeah. Here and there.
yeah.
A couple of recons.
So Dave, how did you even get into building subwoofers in general?
A friend of mine showed me how to recon a sub. I was like, that looks easy. And I was like, I gotta find some parts now. And Jake was like selling parts to the general public back then, so I was started buying like some cheap stuff like ZV2 parts, and just started tinkering. While I was building boxes, a lot of boxes at that time.
Right.
And I was like, wanting to compete and stuff like that. So I was like, I probably should learn how to build subs, since I'm gonna be blowing
Yeah,
them.
being a competitor, it's good to know how to build.
Yeah, and that just kind of spiraled and snowballed into everybody asking me to rebuild their subs. So it turned into a business.
Well, that's cool,
And
man.
my wife was like, "Get out of the garage, get a shop."
I understand that. At one point when I was doing Directronics, I was literally in my dining room building subs. That didn't last very long.
No, doesn't fly with the wife.
No, I don't have a garage. So yeah. So you started building subs around what time? What year would you say?
Oh, let's see here. I think it's been about almost 6 years.
Right.
I'd say 5 years, like legitimately, like actually knowing what I was doing. First year was just trial and error, figuring stuff out.
Man, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
It takes some time. There's an art to it, and we've spoke about that before. There's definitely, and everybody has their own way. So even the builders here at Sundown, we've got multiple people back there, and everybody has their own way of building subs. Even though we kind of have a general way that we want it done here at Sundown.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a right way and a wrong way.
Exactly.
As long as you're doing it, as long as you're getting to the road that leads to the right way, it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
But there's still a
everybody
right and a wrong
puts
way.
their little finishing touches on the sub.
Yeah, everybody has slightly different things, but there's definitely a right way and a wrong way.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
And we have a lot of experience here building literally thousands of woofers.
Yeah.
$1 million.
It's fascinating. Looking at the quantities, especially nightshades. The V1s there was only 220 pieces, and the V2s there was actually only 200 pieces. V3s there were 770, and the V4s just from the very first run was already 600, and that was in less than a year.
Right. Jake, how the hell do you have all these numbers in your head, dude?
I don't know.
and you still can take in knowledge. See, I that's what makes you that much better than a person like me.
Yeah.
My brain just shuts the fuck down by like at least it's about noon, 1 o'clock. My brain's done.
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
you turn into just like
I'm an asshole, aren't I?
not an asshole, just empty inside.
Yeah. I get to work. I'm all happy.
He turns into Thomas halfway through the day.
Well, you see, this giant noggin here is good for something. It
It's huge.
Stores a lot of information.
Yes.
I'm actually right now. I'm reading like 3 books at the same time, in addition to my job here.
And he's holding all the knowledge of the books too.
You reading the book I loaned you?
Not yet. I got to finish one of the 3. Then I'm going to throw that one in.
So here's the thing:
Sure,
if
sure.
I read a book right now, let's say I go home, I read a book. It could be a very knowledgeable book with all sorts of good, awesome information, and I won't remember a damn thing that I read.
You should try writing like key points down.
I like to dog ear the pages and highlight certain things, and it helps me remember.
That sounds
There
too
you
much
go.
like work.
Actually,
Dog earing pages sounds like work.
I found out
Highlighting?
not that long ago, because me and Jake have had some good discussions, but Jake's actually read through the entire Bible.
Yes.
And retains a lot of it.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but I have retained quite a bit.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Mm.
Because that's a big book.
Yeah, I also studied philosophy and of normal philosophy and religious philosophy in college, and I was really, really intrigued by all that stuff.
Yeah.
It is intriguing.
And it's just, I don't know what it is, guys. I think I got just too much shit going on in my head.
You have a very small head, Brian.
I
At
do.
The top,
It is.
the bottom part's big.
I'm all shoulders and balls. Yeah, I have a real, and it's another thing. Like when I go to sleep at night, right? I got so much shit going on up there. It's hard for me to sleep.
Yeah.
And I can't retain any more information.
That's when I develop a lot of new speaker designs when I'm trying to go to sleep, or if I'm in the shower, just standing there
Or if you're on a toilet.
on the toilet as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's where I came up with a couple of my cool inventions that I'm not going to talk about. 'cause I'm
Sundown
patented.
After Dark was conceived on the shitter.
I used to do box designs
Sure.
while I was laying there in bed. I'd be thinking about how I was going to build something.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, you're a smart dude.
I do my best.
Yes. So, I'm going to pause for a second.
Okay.
Yep. So I stopped. I hit the pause button because my brain went stupid. But just like we were talking about, my brain just goes.
Speaking of derp, can we talk about what you did with the pallet earlier?
Oh yeah.
Dude, that was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I wish we had a camera on you at that
And again,
point.
I don't even remember what the hell happened all the way. My
Okay, so,
brain's
like,
fucked.
You were back in the build room and you're trying to figure out how to get all these subs out that I had epoxied.
Yep, because there was a bunch of shit
They're
around the pallet.
Yeah, boxed up on a pallet, and you're like, "Who put all this crap here in front of my pallet?" And you're like, "I can't get the pallet jack in here." So you took like 5 minutes to move everything out from that side of the pallet, and then you realized, crap, I had the right side.
Yep. I had I was looking at the wrong side of the pallet to put the pallet jack through.
And his head almost exploded.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. So that's what happens to me all the time.
If your
Just
head
shit like
if
that.
your head exploded, nobody could do technical here at Sundown.
Yeah. Somehow I am kind of like Jake when it comes to like our tech support. Like people will call and they start rattling off whatever it is that they have or whatever their problem is, and in my head I've already got the solution and whatever the hell their answer is already ready.
Yeah.
When they're talking, I just blurt it out.
If it wasn't for Bryan, I'd lose my mind because I'm just sitting here like, duh, did you change the batteries?
Yeah. But see, I've been doing it so long, and it's second nature now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, I've got a pair of SA12s, and what amp do I need, or how do I wire that, or it's just like boom, 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 or what size box do I need? And I've got I give them port length, even though we're not supposed to give port length. I give them fucking port length because I already know it. Just boom, boom, boom. Here you go. But you talk about something else, and I just go.
So my head almost exploded today.
Yeah.
What happened?
Brian ruined my day.
Really?
He asked me to do some drop-in recones. And
Drop in some recones.
Drop in some recones. And these were recones that we did not build. They were not from Sundown. Not going to mention anything other than that. But they did not go in very smoothly. They were kind of a nightmare. Totally like threw my day off.
Something that was supposed to be a quick one.
Yeah,
kinda
I was
turned,
like, this should take like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I had to fix so much stuff. I was like, this is retarded. Why did I sign up for this?
Hey, at least you get paid for it, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Jake, you have to pay him well on that one.
Yeah.
But yep. So
Ruined my day.
sorry, Dave.
Yeah, it happens.
But at least I warned you about it. I just didn't know they were going to be that bad.
Yeah, that was exceptional. I've never seen anything like that.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
I didn't get the full details on that.
Well,
I got a little bit being in the office,
I'll
but I
tell
didn't
ya.
get to go back.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
But
that.
anyway, one of our guys came, a dude that we know very well in the industry, has a bunch of our woofers, and he came by and wanted us to do some special things to them because he just like Kyle from the other day, he kind of goes wild with them, so he wanted some special stuff done.
Doesn't he have a 7,500 per woofer? Is that right?
I don't know his amplifiers.
It's quite a lot of power.
Yeah,
whatever
he's
it
a
is.
really cool guy.
Yeah.
None of this was his fault.
Yeah, well, we can name him. We'll call him Loud Grandpa. That's what he goes by
Yeah, he's awesome.
in the industry, Loud Grandpa.
Got to get a demo.
Check
from
his
if
shit.
if
He was
you're at
actually
show.
in our booth at Slamology this past
Very
year.
impressive.
Right
Was
next
he
to Chris
really?
Lee.
Oh, I wasn't at that show because it rained out.
Yeah.
I never got there. That's right.
Fucking tornadoes and shit.
Yeah.
That was
Snyders.
scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, Loud Grandpa. Check him out. I don't know if that's how you find him on social media.
I think if you
but-
search Loud Grandpa on YouTube, it comes up, I feel
yeah.
like.
Anything you see with Chris Lee generally will have Loud Grandpa around there because they kind of go hand in hand when they go to shows. They usually park next to each other. So and a lot of people know Chris Lee because he's got an insane Nightshade build.
16 of them, I believe.
Yeah, 1612s.
Yep.
It is insane. That
He's
was
another
actually
older fellow. That's an awesome bass head.
Yep.
that is literally the most violent vehicle I've ever sat in.
Yes, it's brutal.
And I've sat in a lot of crazy builds. I've sat in enough builds where it's like,
It's not like painful. It's just violent. The amount of air
it shakes
velocity.
everything.
Yeah.
And when
him
he-
and Darian are some of the most brutal NSV4 builds I'm aware
Yeah,
of.
Darian's West Coast, which he will be, I believe, at CES this year. So if you guys go to CES and go to the show out there, he will be there. By the way, are we setting anything up at CES?
I don't believe we're doing a booth, but I am sponsoring the event.
You should set up Donnie.
Yeah, we are. If you guys are interested in knowing anything
wanna go
about
to
the
CES. I've never
CES show, so you got CES, and then you have the. There's going to be a competition at the same time. Check out. I believe Steve Barber's handling all that. So if you go on Facebook, Steve Barber, a lot of people that are listening to the show know who he is, and they can check out all the details about that. We're sponsoring the subwoofer toss.
Yep.
And there's going to be, I think they're tossing LCS subwoofers.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Because they're light and you can throw them pretty far.
I could totally win that if I practiced.
So. But I want to show people some things real quick. I'm going to just pull this up right here, and we're going to press this here button.
I wouldn't show any of the dirty pictures.
No.
Careful with that browser history, Brian.
Yeah.
all the Dorito pictures were just like naked on a bed. Doritos.
So today,
Gosh, why would you put that image in my head?
I'm sorry, Dave.
so just today, we got approval for 3 different podcast hosts. Okay. The first one that I really want to tell people about is this right here. It's Google Play Music. So anybody who has an Android phone, or probably even iPhones, most likely can get Google shit. We are on Google Play Music. I don't know if you have to pay for it, but it's there. There's also player.fm. That is also a place you can listen to our show. And we've got public or radio public podcasters, which is podcasters.radiopublic.com. And if you go to any of those, you can just search our show, which is Sundown After Dark, and that's where you can listen to it. So if you don't want to watch the video on YouTube, you can listen to the audio on those particular hosts. We also, if you look up here, I'm for people that are watching, Blueberry, I pronounce it that way, BLUBRRY. So Blueberry, there's Acast and iTunes and Spotify. Those 4 have not approved it yet. However, we're working on it. I believe iTunes is a little easier, or I'm sorry, Acast is easy to get on, Blueberry is easy to get on, and iTunes is fairly easy, and I think I got an email earlier about maybe the approval, so I have to look into that. So for the folks that want to just listen to the show on their phones or wherever it is, if they're at work or whatever, that's a cool way to do it.
That's awesome, because I never have time to watch the video.
Yeah, and the thing is, with YouTube, if you're on your phone, you have to keep your phone on unless you buy their service, their subscription. So for people that don't want to, watch the show and they just want to listen, save some battery time on your phone, you can just listen to on one of those apps.
And you don't have to look at us until after we do the weight loss challenge. Then I suggest you watch the videos.
Right.
So, hold on, let's talk about the weight.
Did we? I can't remember if that's something that we talked about that was cut out, or if it was on the first part.
I don't even know.
I don't think you addressed it.
So we're at some point, probably after the holidays. Everybody does the whole New Year's resolution bullshit. I'm not into that, but I do want to lose weight, and I've lost weight before, but I've gained a lot of it back. And I need motivation, okay? And I will say this, I'm a bit selfish. And the only way for me to really lose the weight or do anything is the motivation needs to be money. So I want to do, and we'll talk about this some more at a later date. I want to do a competition or a challenge. Everybody here at Sundown or whoever wants to get involved, it would be some kind of a weight loss challenge. Whether we're going by BMI or actually weight lost, I don't know. We're going to figure that out. That would be awesome. And then we were talking about Hunter. Hunter doesn't need to lose any more weight. We'll do a weight gain challenge for him.
I only got 20 pounds to go. I'm halfway.
Well, you have to bulk up so you can do good for the challenge.
Eat some Doritos, Dave.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like I don't know, $40 to $60 in a pot. Whoever the winner is gets that pot. I wanted to do 100, but Donnie's a cheap ass. He's like, oh, I
For
can't
true.
do $100.
I can't do 100. I can do 50.
I don't even have 100 right now, but fuck it. I
betting-
put $100 in
We're
because you know
betting
why?
pot. I got my money on Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy's lost quite a bit already, though.
He has, yeah.
So, but here's the thing: when money's on the line, that makes me work that much harder. So I'm gonna win. I'm already saying it right now.
I have zero willpower.
That's the thing.
So that's why I want to put 50.
It's the money that's gonna give you that willpower. Donnie.
I don't think it will.
Anyway, we're probably gonna do that
You need
sometime
a
in
trainer.
January. I want to get everybody here at Sundown involved that wants to actually better themselves weight wise, because I know I need to, and there's a few of us here that are a little bulkier than we should be.
I think
Thanks,
we
Bryan.
should have like random figure out times during the day where we can have like a 5-minute workout break.
Group exercise.
That's a
Yeah.
good idea.
I know.
We should
That's all we
do.
kind of have.
In all honesty, we should do some kind of a stretch, because I know,
They do that in some Asian countries, like they do some exercising.
but it just seems so gay. This is America.
This is why we're fat.
Yeah.
This is exactly why
Because you
we're
think exercise is gay.
Stretching,
Who the fuck wants to
exercising. That's for the queers.
Yeah.
We drink beer here at Sundown.
I got a back roller at home that I will literally roll my back before I go to bed. Is it that funny?
Does it roll your liver?
Yeah.
Back
You
liver.
can. It's about. It's
I can just
about-
picture you like rolling on it and go.
Oh, dude, I make. That's exactly what happens. It's exactly what happens. Because when you get to a certain part of my back, I'm like,
It's like every time you stretch in the morning, like it's the first thing you do when you sit down in that chair. You're like, get out!
Hold on. I have some footage of Bryan working on a car.
you can just play the audio because nobody's gonna see it.
Hold on.
Oh God! I took I have an FRS, right, and I was changing something on the exhaust, and it was raining really bad that weekend, and I really needed to do it. So Jake has a big old garage, so I went to his house to work on the car, and I was having some trouble getting the bolts. I think it was on. I was having trouble getting the bolts on because of the whatever. So Jake took
Here we
video,
go.
and I did not know. Put it up to the microphone.
Yeah. This guy.
Gosh. Why does this sound like you having sex?
You can hear the crinkle of a Doritos bag.
Yes.
That wasn't the video, was
You're
it?
a real life
Yeah.
tickle me.
Was that the whole? I swear there was more.
Yeah. Well, I had a second one, but I don't know what I did with it.
It was in the Facebook Messenger thing that we did.
Oh
though.
yeah.
That one I was screaming whore, and it's like
Get in there, you
and I
whore.
had a cough. It was like whore.
It was pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Brian's much funnier off camera.
yeah.
Yes.
I make a lot of noises in general.
He's a real life cartoon
Dad
character.
noises.
But as soon as he gets on the phone, he has to do tech support. He's just like totally professional. He's like, get out! This is Bryan from Sundown Audio. How can I help you?
Dude, no, there are times where I am just pissy because that's just how I get sometimes in the office. My anxiety goes through the roof, and I just go, and then I'll just be like yelling profanities. All of a sudden, the phone calls. Hello, this is Bryan speaking. How may I help you?
You do a very good job.
I go right to
You do a
professionalism.
very good job. It's really funny to as a fly on the wall just to see it.
Oh yeah.
So the day that I don't go back into professional mode, just put me on vacation. If you don't mind.
We'll put you out to pasture and shoot you.
Yeah. Oh, Bryan broke a leg.
I'm sorry, Bryan.
Oh shit. But anyway,
Old Yeller.
we're gonna end it here. And remember, guys, we're doing the giveaway. And remember, Sundown After Dark Facebook page. When I post this video, I want you to share it and like it, and you get to share it from the original post, and that way I can see who you are. We
Hey,
will get you
for the
a free
love of
woofer.
God, call.
Yes. Oh, you know what? No.
Call.
Do it.
Hold on, let me get the phone number because I don't know it by heart yet. Let me get the phone number for everybody. Where is it? Here it is, right
You should
here.
give away random Clippo stickers.
So here's the deal. We like getting voicemails.
You can't
'cause
see that well.
No.
Yeah,
It's really shitty.
we like giving
252-969-0005. Call it.
Yes. So give us a call. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Smash
and
that like
we
button.
thank you guys very much for hanging out with us tonight.
It's the loudest show around. Sundown After Dark with your host Bryan Chamberlain. Presented by Sundown Audio.